Good evening. We are glad you're with us tonight. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Ann Trujillo. At 10 times the strength of heroin, a trace of fentanyl is enough to make any drug extremely dangerous. Uncut, it's a death wish.
Which might lead you to ask why anyone, much less a CU student with a bright future ahead of her, would be crazy enough to use it. Well, the answer is simple. They don't know what they're taking.
Denver 7's Russell Haythorne tonight on the effort to stem the flow of fentanyl into Colorado, or at least let people know what they're in for.
This week, a major bust in Metro Denver, including fentanyl pills made to look like prescription oxycodone. And 2 weeks ago, there were 8 overdoses in Fort Collins, 2 of them fatal.
One was a 17-year-old female that passed away, and the other was a 29-year-old male, all around these same type of pills.
Joe Shellhammer with the Northern Colorado Drug Task Force says the epidemic is a full-blown crisis.
The risk is much greater now because you have no idea what you're getting.
What's happening is that pill pressers in Mexico are now putting fentanyl in everything from Oxy to Xanax, even cocaine.
It keeps transitioning and changing.
Black market drugs becoming even more dangerous.
Took a pill, and hers had fentanyl in it.
Alden and Susan Globe's daughter, Madeline, died at CU Boulder of an accidental overdose, a pill she thought was Xanax.
It's black market laboratories. You need to think twice before taking some drug that someone gives you. If it's not from a doctor, you don't know what it is.
You're pretty much putting your life in their hands.
Because of the drug misrepresentation crisis, groups like DanceSafe sell the fentanyl test strips. But Executive Director Mitchell Gomez says the only real solution is legalization.
I'm not necessarily saying sell heroin at 7-Eleven, but I do think that creating legal, regulated markets is the way to deal with this.
David Wasserman, a drug policy reform activist, has taken to handing out the test strips on college campuses.
Hey man, I'm giving out fentanyl test strips. You want one?
He also put together this workshop teaching people how to use the strips.
You're gonna hold it at the blue end, you put it down to that line.
Pill pressers are substituting fentanyl because it's powerful and cheap.
It's very cheap.
Wholesale price for a kilo of heroin is around $50,000. You can get a kilo of fentanyl mailed to you straight from China for under $3,000.
It's also highly addictive.
The addictive qualities of fentanyl is hundreds to 1,000 times more than heroin.
It's being smuggled over the border in droves.
It's easier to get across the border, easier to hide.
And Shellhammer says it is everywhere.
It's not just in Fort Collins, it's not just in Loveland or Thornton. We're seeing it in small towns, we're seeing it in rural areas.
In Fort Collins,
a year ago, we weren't seeing fentanyl at all. Wow. And now we're probably seeing it every couple days, maybe.
Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.